Armin here with today's tip. Now, this one is why I prefer to eat most of my carbohydrates in the evening. Now, when I have carbohydrates in the evening, I'm going to focus on the high glycemic carbohydrates, the quote unquote bad carbohydrates, because apparently they don't want you to have an insulin spike because it can be bad, but it can actually be a good thing. An insulin spike from high glycemic carbs helps to push the nutrients into the cells of the muscles and the liver, especially if they've been depleted from a hard day of training. So when you do it in the evening, the insulin's going to spike, push the nutrients into the cells, but then also drop right back down, which allows you to go back into fat burning mode, especially before bed. Now, another benefit of that is when you have an insulin spike with those carbohydrates, it's going to increase your serotonin levels. Now, those serotonin levels are going to make you feel good, but also convert to melatonin, which can help you get a good night's sleep. And that's really important because it can improve your deep sleep and your REM sleep, so you get better growth hormone release, which allows you to burn more fat as well. Plus, you'll be back in the fat burning zone, which is really important because that's when the hormones will be secreted and they need that fat to do their work to help rebuild cells. So the only thing you have to be careful of is not getting too many carbs where you have spillover, which would convert to body fat. So, but when you do nutrient timing like this, you get less of an issue with that. So I don't have carbs throughout the day because I don't want the insulin to come up and stop the fat burning process. That's why I do it at night. And ideally, once you get in pretty lean shape, you can have carbohydrates like that every night before you go to bed, 2 hours before you go to bed to help improve your energy levels and help keep you lean. And most people don't really understand that because that's because you're managing how insulin works. Insulin is a fat storage hormone, so you need to manage it so you don't get more body fat. And also, you want to keep your insulin sensitivity as high as possible because that really pushes those nutrients into the muscle cells in the liver, especially if they've been depleted. Now, if they're already full of glycogen because you didn't deplete them, then that's a different thing to keep in mind because you're just going to store more body fat, unfortunately. So that's another thing you want to understand. So I have my carbohydrates in the evening, and most of them if I have a larger meal, and then I look for to get that deep sleep and get that recovery, and I have great energy for my workout the next day. And I do train in the morning currently, so I'm fasted when I train, but but I have good energy because I loaded up the night before. All right, now might be a little confusing, but I hope you got some takeaways on this. If so, share with other people that you care about, and also subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be getting more and more into these types of things that can be very helpful, especially with understanding how to eat and nutrient timing and body fat, things like that. All right. Other than that, let's have a great day, and I'll talk to you again real soon.